Hello, 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 hello. I'm back. We are back from our vacation. We went to Vermont and then we went down to Hershey, Pennsylvania. If you're here, I would love to hear from you. Y'all, I am missing the creative crew. Who else is missing Facebook right this minute? And it got me thinking, over on my Patreon, I'm hoping y'all can hear me. Over on my Patreon, we have several members who are looking to go online with their business. I have one member who uses Facebook solely for her business. Hello, Sylvia. Hello, it's so great to see you. And then days like today happen. I don't know about you, but I've had Facebook missing or not been able to log on to Facebook for like 2 hours now. Oh no. Anitra, hello. Zella, hello. The Wood Burning Warrior, hello. Christina, hello. It's so great to see y'all. So, who else is missing or experiencing the Facebook blackout of 2021? Diana, hello. Linda, hello. Oh, it's the same in the UK. Wow, Larry, you too. Hello, Clara. So that got me really thinking, if you rely on your business page on Facebook, and then what happens if Facebook goes away? Have you thought about diversifying the ways that you make money as a small business? Betsy, you've been having problems too. Kathy, you've had problems. You're down. Lisa, you're down. Linda, you're down. Everybody. Okay, so it's not just me. I've been Googling and I watched a couple of other lives here on YouTube just to see what's going on. I thought, well, maybe it's on my end, but it's not. Yeah, Mary, I've heard Instagram is down too. So what happens if you have a small business and you're solely on one of these platforms, y'all? What happens if YouTube were to go down? Just goodbye, YouTube. How lost would everybody be? I would be so lost. Because I not only make content here on YouTube, I rely on so many other content creators to learn how to do things. I would be lost. Oh, it's so great to see y'all. It's so great to see y'all. Thanks for just popping in, y'all. Today, it's not a tutorial today. But I've been trying to log on to Creative Crew for a couple hours, and I miss everybody there. And I was wondering, is it just me that I'm not being able to see what's going on there? And I bet y'all have wondered as well. Is it just you? Nope. It looks like it's everybody. Oh yeah, all my Zoom meeting links are on Facebook. I know. Here's the thing. Kathy, I have your quilt, and I'm getting ready to load it on the longarm this afternoon. Your down-home Christmas quilt. Guess what? All of our information, we talked through Facebook Messenger. I don't know what color thread you want to use. All of that stuff, Facebook Messenger. And I thought I made a sheet for you and I did not. So yeah, there we go. Am I going to have something on Friday? I am. And I was looking for the pattern because I know I printed it out, but I think I left it in my bedroom. We're making a mug rug this coming Friday. It'll be a free pattern. It's a cute mug rug, and I'm going to design, the one for Friday is designed for fall, but the one we're doing Friday, you could take that pattern and do so many things with it. So I'm excited to show you that. Then I think we're going to do a Christmas stocking coming up on one of the Fridays. Anitra said, someone on YouTube suggested going back to carrier pigeons. That would take forever. I know, Messenger is down. Here, and this got me thinking too, okay, and let's just be real and honest. I rely very heavily on social media, mainly Facebook, okay? I do have an Instagram. I'm not that active there. I do have a Pinterest. I post pins every once in a while. I mainly look at stuff on Pinterest. I do have a TikTok, but I'm not really focused on creating content for that. But here's the thing. We've built up such a community on Creative Crew, and that is how I get in touch with everybody. I only have one person's actual phone number. So if I needed to get in touch with Maureen, I wouldn't be able to get in touch with her right now. I think I have her email address, but I would have to look. So maybe we need to do like a database of phone numbers if people want to contribute phone numbers. Because what if Facebook went away forever? I don't know what I would do. I guess we would figure it out, but yes, an email list. Yeah, Amanda said we need to pull out the old rotary index. You know what? I still have one of those. It's completely blank. It's time for me to start filling one of those out. Wow, Wanda got a new serger gifted to her. That's exciting. Larry said, I forgot my own phone number at times. Me too. Are you ever on the phone with somebody and they ask for your phone number and it takes you a second to think what your phone number is? Yeah, I know. I am totally lost. So mainly I was just coming on live today to say hello, and I'm back. I've been making labels already today. I just jumped right back into work this morning. And yeah, so I made labels. I put some custom quilt labels in my Etsy shop this morning. So if you're finishing up a quilt for Christmas presents, check those out. And then I went to load a quilt and I needed to know thread colors and design. And guess what? No Facebook. Anitra, how is M's arm? I've been thinking about you. Hello, everybody. Christina. Ooh, so I do have one tutorial, sublimation tutorial on how I make my little tags, these ones. You can watch that on YouTube if that's the kind of label that you want to do. I also have a whole playlist of different creative ways to make quilt labels. One of the quilting groups on Facebook, someone who was new asked for people to follow, and your name was one of the long-time quilters said. Ooh, yay. That's awesome. Hi, Heather. Okay, I'm so glad, Anitra. I'm so glad. Yep, so I'm kind of shut down for a little bit. I'd like to get going on this quilt. I do know, okay, so I know the quilting design that Kathy wants to use. I'm not quite sure of the thread color, and I'm pretty sure we discussed that on Facebook. Thank you, Sylvia. Stitches, Costa Rica. Hello. We're not really doing anything special today. I'm mainly just passing time, waiting for Facebook to come back. And I thought I would just open this live chat for a few minutes because it seems like everybody is without the Facebook connection. And if you're like me, you're someone who checks Creative Crew often just to see what's going on with everybody. And you might be missing that today. Jean said, what's your favorite edge-to-edge long arm design? Oh, goodness. Let me take a look-see. I wonder if I can do that without messing anything up. I have, let me go look in my folder. Constellation. Okay, so the ones I'm going to name, these are my favorites so far. And you can find them on Urban Elements. Constellation 2, gorgeous. Embellish 2, gorgeous. Amble, let's see. The Meandering Dragonfly was awesome, but it took a little while to quilt out, and you can't make the design really small because it'll overload the system. But larger dragonflies, yes. That was Meandering Dragonfly. And Night Sky and Northern Star, awesome. Praying Hands is probably my all-time favorite. Again, that one takes a long time to quilt out. Smitten is also really cool. So there's some of my favorite ones. All of those are on Urban Elements. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you for shouting out my name to everybody. Robin says her Facebook Messenger still works. Mine does not. I've tried both from my business page and my personal page, and I cannot get the Messenger to work. Thank you, Libby. Anitra says her favorite edge-to-edge is swirls. She does all hers free motion, y'all. Very talented. Heather said, can we see the bottom of what your t-shirt says? Sharing, building my legacy. I wore it to Food Lion a little while ago, and I know people are like, what does that even mean? What is that? Is that a gang sign on your shirt? It's like, no, it's a quilt block. What's a good design for beginners? The Creative Chica. Do you mean quilting design or like a quilt pattern for beginners? Quilt patterns. If you wanted to just do something fairly easy, I would go with blocks like the churn dash and just make 12 churn dash blocks into a quilt. That's pretty beginner friendly. If you're talking about a good design as far as quilting goes, meandering. Start with the meandering stitch. Oh no, Dari, you think your machine is out of time. Maybe we'll have to do a Zoom and figure it out. If you can't get it straight, send me a message on Patreon, not on Facebook since we can't do Facebook right now. But if you mess with it and you can't get it, send me a message on Patreon. We'll do a Zoom and see if we can't get it. I don't know everything that there is to know about fixing machines, but maybe I can just be a soundboard and bounce ideas off. Becky finally got alive. Hi, Edith. Lily's mama, hello. Debbie, hello. Dari, I am available tomorrow. Send me a message on Patreon and we'll hook up through there. just in case Facebook isn't working. Hi, Sue. Yeah, so Friday, I wonder if I can print while I'm live, because I was looking for the pattern we're doing Friday and I don't see it anywhere. It's a really cute mug rug and it's pretty simple. But I was saying a few minutes ago that even though this one I've done as a fall themed mug rug for Friday, the basic overall mug rug shape can be customized to do all kinds of stuff. So I'm really excited about that. Les and Cheryl, hello. Aw, you lost your sojo. Do you know that happens to every single person? I could say, in all, just being really honest, about once a month I lose mine. And I don't know if it's because I'm so busy that I just, well, when you do it as a business, even though it's fun, sometimes it's more work. Do you know what I'm saying? And sometimes that causes me to lose my motivation. But deadlines help me get over that really quick. But what it also does is the creative part, the fun side, the stuff that I do for myself, I have a lot less energy to do those things. And that happens to me about once a month, y'all. Sometimes more than that. I have gone long stretches, though, like 2 or 3 months, where that hasn't happened. So all right, Miss Dari, I'll look forward to hearing from you. Ooh, yeah, Brenda said, sometimes if you try to quilt faster than your machine can stitch, it will seem like your machine is having problems with timing, but really it's just that you're pushing your quilt around too fast. That is true. Lisa, that's happened to you too? Have you ever made sewing kits? Miss Wanda, no. Because that's a lot of work. That is so much work. I did make journal kits. I went through a phase. It's been a while. But I went through a phase where I was doing a lot of journal kits. And it was so much fun. But it takes so much work putting those together. Like before you even start releasing the kits. It takes a lot of work. And I just haven't had time to even do those. Veronica said, sometimes you need to kick yourself into the sewing room. Yes. Yeah, sometimes you have to really just force yourself. But have you noticed, though, that once you do make yourself start, that it actually turns into something that you don't want to walk away from? That happens to me a lot. Wow. Yeah, Lily's mama, you sound like you have so much going on that by the time you're done, you're just done for the day. I get it. Here's another thing, though. If you enjoy the creative, doing the sewing and the stuff, then making that time for you is so important. There's a difference for me. This room, this is a business. But at some point in the day, I do shut off the business. And what I do in this room after that is for me and it's personal. And I really feel like you have to take that personal time in order to balance out everything in your life, and it might not be sewing, maybe taking a walk, maybe going to the park, maybe going to the beach, maybe unplugging and, family days, things like that. I really feel like that is so important just to keep your, spiritual, your energy, your enthusiasm for everything else you have to do, like the work and the house cleaning and all that other stuff. Just to keep all that balanced, you have to take that time. Marty, what do you think about Facebook being down? Oh, I sent you a message earlier, so you can check that on Patreon. I like the idea. Diana said she keeps a calendar. Yes, I have a big book. I use the Happy Planner system, and that really keeps me on track and it keeps me focused. I have a friend, Everly in Vermont, and I love her studio. Y'all could spend hours in Everly's studio, but I've always found it fascinating. And one of the first things I like to do when I go into her studio is she has a chalkboard, great big old chalkboard. And she's so cool because the chalkboard is just so much fun to look at, and it's ideas of things that she wants to try, ideas of things that she knows how to do, but she wants to get stuff, and it's just so cool. That's one of the first things I look at when I go visit her. Veronica, I don't think you're alone in that, struggling with the laying out and calculating your size. Graph paper, that is my best friend. Anitra, I probably would say no. I'm not inviting you to her studio. But I wish you could see it though. I wish that she would do a Facebook, not a Facebook. I have Facebook on the mind. I wish you would do a virtual tour with us because y'all would just love it. Cheryl said, if you have an image you want to put on material, who can do that? I can do that, Cheryl. Send me a message on Etsy. I can do it. Sublimation. Doesn't fade. It's beautiful. Send me a message on Etsy. Oh, so I got some custom quilt labels. Let me show you all these little quilt labels that I put up. Yes. So, like, here's the first design. I don't know what you can see. There you go. It's got the buttons, and you just add your name and the date. Isn't that cute? And then here's one with a sewing machine. So that's up there. Buttons, sewing machine, sewing machine. There's one more with a pin cushion. Isn't that so cute? So they come like this, and you can either turn the raw edge under and press it, or you can add a fabric border to it, like this. Or you can add heat and bond light to the back and cut it out, fuse it to the back of your quilt, and then stitch it down. Yes, I love them. So this is sublimation. I am also working on the listing. It's a little complicated to do photos on fabric, sublimated photos, which in my experience is far more superior than just printing using any of the products that you can buy. I'll be doing photos for quilts in my Etsy shop soon. I'm working on that listing. It's a little complicated. Yeah, they're in my Etsy shop. You can choose from different colors. Like each one of these designs has 4 different colors to choose from. They're super cute. These are printed on satin fabric, so it's 100% polyester. You do have to lower the temp on your iron when you're pressing them, right? So like this one has heat and bond light on the back, so you will press this to the back. I put the heat and bond on it. from my own label. You have to lower the temp because this is 100% polyester. And I can either do it so it has a matte finish, so it's not shiny, or I can do the pretty nice little sheen to it. I don't know if you can see that or not. I like the shiny one, but it is 100% satin, polyester satin. It's been a while since I've been live, y'all. But, yes. That is for one label, but it also includes the shipping, okay? Yes. You can also cover it with a press and cloth. Yes, Miss Wanda, to iron it. But I would still lower the temp. No, it's not a digital file. I make them to sell. Yep. Yep, you can wash it. Absolutely. The cool thing with sublimation is it doesn't fade. Of course, I wash all my quilts and things with cold water anyway. I would recommend with your label on your quilt, I always wash my quilts in cold. You can wash this in hot, but I would probably suggest instructions for your quilt to wash on cold. But it doesn't fade. Stitches Costa Rica said, come on live YouTube more often, please. I will try. I'm usually on Fridays at noon Eastern Standard Time, and we're usually making some kind of project, right? Today we're not making anything, and I'm getting ready to load a quilt on a long arm, but I need some information that's in Facebook Messenger, and I can't access it right now. So I've learned a lesson today. Beverly, hello. Ooh, Sylvia said her daughter just got a Cricut sublimation mug printer. Ooh. So I have two heat presses, right? I have the 15 by 15, the one that swings away like this. That has two different mug presses with it. I've yet to do a mug. I want to, though. Practically Creative. Facebook is down. Let me check to see if it's still down. Facebook, are you up? It's still down. Still down. Yeah, and so I was thinking, if you are running a small business, let's say you have a business Facebook page and you're conducting 100% of your business through Facebook business pages, what are you doing today? And have you thought about diversifying some way? And he just said, I'll buy a mug when you do one. Y'all are so supportive. Becky said, if you have Messenger app, Becky, I've tried. It won't come up on my phone. It will not come up on my phone. Let me try again. Nope. Manage accounts. Oh, let me see. Nope. It only lets me access my personal, not my business, because I was signed into my personal account when it went down, and it won't let me switch accounts over to my business page. So that stinks. And so I can read messages on my personal messenger, but when I send a message, I just get a hollow little circle. It hasn't actually sent it to that person. So that stinks. Hello everybody. Yep, I'm back. We're back. Marty, yes, I know. I was thinking about you earlier today. Yes, let's get you up and running here on YouTube. I cannot wait. I will try restarting my phone, but I really don't think that it's a phone issue. Ooh, what was that? I'm just pushing on stuff. Let's restart. 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 I will try. Hopefully that works. I just need to know what thread color to use, that's all. Poppy is bad. He is in a timeout and he's in restriction today. He's been bad today. I know. Katrina said there's probably so many lost people without social media to scroll. I know. And I've missed everybody on Creative Crew. And what I was thinking is, what if, I think we take these things for granted. I can easily reach out in just a second to anybody on Facebook, Creative Crew. In just a second, I can get in touch with everybody. And I think we take that for granted because what happens if it just went away? How would I get in touch with everybody? How would we stay connected? Yeah, my bird, Poppy, he's been bad. He's been bad today. So what happens? Okay, so we've been camping. All right, so let me start with this. Poppy is my cockatoo. He's an umbrella cockatoo. He's 12, and I've had him since he was 6 months old. So his whole entire life, 12 years, we've had him. And he is a spoiled, rotten mess, and he loves to go camping. So in our camper, he's with mommy and daddy 24/7. Every day, all through the day, whenever he's awake, he can see us unless we ventured away from the camper or we're outside of his view because he has his own little window. Other than that, he sees us 24/7 when we're camping and he loves it. And then when we come home, like we got home Saturday and yesterday we were with him all day. Of course, we were cleaning and doing all this stuff to get back to life, right? Get back to reality. So he was with us pretty much all day. And today's first day back to our normal everyday life. Daddy left for work at 6 o'clock in the morning, and Mom took him downstairs like he usually goes to be with Granny and Papa. And I come upstairs to work, and all day, all he did was call, cry, scream, call. So I decided to bring him back upstairs thinking maybe he just needed some alone time, and he bit me. He bit me. So now he's in a timeout. He's in a timeout. Yeah. I know. He's not a biter. But like I should have known. Like usually when we come back from a trip and things are not the way that they have been for a while, he can be quite unpredictable. So I should have been on my guard a little bit more. Yeah, he's upset. Now I'm upset. Now Mommy's upset. Yep. So I guess one of the things that I'll be thinking about after today is maybe doing some kind of email list so that we can all stay connected. You know, over on Facebook in the Creative Crew, we do Zooms every so often. I host them every once in a while, but a lot of other members host Zooms more frequently than I do. And how would we do that in situations like today? So I really think that there has to be some kind of database of emails and ways to stay connected. Yeah, separation anxiety. I think so. Katrina, I have an umbrella cockatoo. I would hold off on sending a whole bunch of email addresses to my Etsy shop. If you want to send me a message on Etsy, that is fine. But I don't think that that's the way that I'm going to collect emails for an email list. I think I would create an email account for that and then have everything come there versus checking different places. Dawn, yeah, Facebook is down. See, Jackie, I think I need a website. I've toyed with that idea for a couple years now, and I even started the process of creating a website. It's just it never seems to be enough time to dedicate to all the stuff that you already have going on. But I do really need a website, just Lisa Cape and Quilt. So you know what I'm saying? Not through Etsy, not through Facebook or any other place. Yeah, newsletter list. That would be awesome. Yeah, okay, so because I'm a little OCD control freak, I have tried to create my own website, and I know which platform I'm going to use to do that. To pay someone to do that, I got an estimate for $1,200, which I guess in the big scheme of things isn't that much, but here's what I want my website to do, okay? I want to be able to put my free downloads there. Like when we do patterns on Fridays or whatever day we're going live, you can go to my website and get the free pattern there. So I want to be able to offer free downloads. But I also would like to venture away from the Etsy platform and just have them on my website. So you'd have free patterns, and then I do sell patterns, and I would like to be able to do that. And then also like a blogging page where I just post random stuff on there, right? Links to tutorials here on YouTube, all that kind of stuff. And it starts getting complicated. Blogs can do that. However, you still, like the one the kind of blog that I want, to be able to do the downloads and sell patterns, it still gets a little complicated. I'm going to keep working on it, though. I am going to keep working on it. We might have a situation where Harlan might be able to work on a website for me. That would be awesome. Practically Creative. I do. She said you need a virtual assistant to help manage social media. I really do. And again, that goes back to like my OCD and my control issues that I have. Because here's the thing, I get questions all the time. I get questions on tutorials here on YouTube. People send me Facebook Messenger questions to my personal account. They send me messages to my business account. They send me messages on Etsy. I get messages on Patreon. I get messages from Pinterest. Where else? I get emails with questions, and I'm one person. And in order, I make quilts on commission. I make patterns. I go live here. I try to stay active on Facebook, and I quilt other people's quilts for them. And I'm getting more into sublimation work. And with all of that, just one person, it's hard to keep up with everything. But then when I think of hiring a virtual assistant, they probably don't know how much a seam allowance is supposed to be, much less answer questions from quilters. So I'm like, I'd have to hire a quilter as a virtual assistant. Yeah, and then I have trust issues, Becky. Because I wouldn't want somebody to be rude to somebody who's asking questions. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm really very, very protective. To a fault, though, because it does hurt me. I really would benefit from having the help, but then I have to control it, and that's probably not good. Becky said, I'm a quilter. I would work for you. That is so awesome, Becky. But then you also have to think, how much, and then, you have to weigh it out. How much does a virtual assistant cost? And I am quite sure that whatever the cost is would be worth it, because I could focus my time and energy on the creative side of the business and actually doing the things, right? Making the quilts, quilting people's quilts, making labels, doing all that stuff, the fun creative side, right? But then again, I'm just one person, and do I make enough to actually support that? I don't know. That's awesome to know that a good VA would be able to find answers in your past stuff. Really? Wow. So they would go through and read comments and stuff to find answers? That's awesome. Sylvia, I think that's awesome. Debbie said, if you pay in basting and quilting, I will apply. Now, we might work a trade and barter system out, Debbie, because I could do that. I could do that. Dawn said, or you could pare down what services you offer. Right now, I'm at my max, right? And so whenever I think of doing something new, something has to give, right? Yep. Something will have to give. Wanda, I know you can get the free websites. The thing is, anytime you are offering downloads, especially downloads for sale, you have to pay. Debbie, you're serious. Okay. Give me some, let me think, because Facebook is down. You can email me. LisaCapeandQuilts@gmail.com, and we can talk about it. I think that would be something really cool to talk about. Yeah, Karen Brown. Yes, yes. Especially as you start growing. Here's the thing: when my channel was much smaller, it was a lot easier. Every morning, I would come on and answer questions and comments from the day before, right? Sometimes I was able to keep it like if I just got a message, someone just commented on a video and had a question, I could stop what I was doing and answer it. But now it's a lot. It's a lot. And, when I first started, we weren't streaming live on YouTube once a week, doing a free pattern once a week. And so that's time consuming, trying to think of ideas and prepare for that. So, yeah, a lot has changed since I first started here on YouTube. Oh yeah, Sylvia, sending those packages would be expensive, wouldn't it? Yes, it surely would be expensive. So yeah, let me just give Facebook a check to see. Still down. Oh, any predictions on when that's coming back? Trinita, Facebook is down. Not just my page, but all the pages. All the pages. Which really stinks, y'all. It really stinks. If you're on Creative Crew, we're getting ready. What day is it next week? Give me a second. I'm going to look on my calendar. We're doing a churn dash swap coming up. And Facebook is going to be where you sign up for it on the Creative Crew. What day is that? What day, what day, what day? Ooh, the sign up is on the 15th. So come on, Facebook, get your act together. Sign up for the churn dash swap on Creative Cruise the 15th. And then we were supposed to do on the 19th a Zoom. If you have questions about that swap, you can join the Zoom. It's all about the churn dash block. But yeah, that's all through Facebook. Becky, you said yours is fine. Your Facebook is working? That's a good question. Katrina said, for those who can access Facebook, if you're a member of Creative Crew, click on that page and see if it comes up. Crafty Owl, that is a good idea. We have someone at my church who makes websites. And I have talked to them, but it was before COVID. And I was looking at about $1,200. And here's the thing, because I'm always creating new patterns, you can create it and then show me how to work it from there. Because anytime I add something new, it's really easy to create an Etsy listing. But I need to know how to go in and actually manage the website myself. Thank you, Trinita. Yeah, Becky says her Facebook is working. If you're in Creative Crew, Becky, can you check to see if Creative Crew is up and running? Ooh, Diane said no, Creative Crew does not come up. Thank you for checking. And that's not because Creative Crew is shut down, as all of Facebook is down. Anitra, I've looked. There is. It's like this thick. Ain't nobody got time for that. Teresa, Louis, yes. Yes. I really have to make some strong decisions and figure out what I'd want to delegate. But it is really smart to delegate and for me to focus on a few things and not all the things. But yeah, I'd have to really sit down and think what is somebody else able to do and what I still do. Rochelle says, I can't bring up Creative Crew. Becky says, nope. Ooh, Veronica, you've ordered your fabric for the swap. Yay. Jackie said, CNN is reporting a global outage of Facebook, Instagram, and what's 24 to 36 hours from last night. Well, I know I was able to use Facebook this morning, so in my area, it started just a couple hours ago. Anitra, audiobooks. That's my thing. Yes. Trinita, I will keep an eye out in my mailbox. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, no new post in over 5 hours. Do y'all know how much I'm in? Okay, here's the thing about Creative Crew, and I host Creative Crew. It's not my group. It's all of y'all's group, right? And I say that all the time. It's not my group. I'm just a host for all of you. I'm just the host. Throughout my day, several times a day, I just log on to see what's going on. Maybe someone's got questions. To be really honest, I try not to chime in on a lot of questions because it's y'all's group. I'm just a host. But if you haven't gotten answers and I can help, then I'll chime in. Do you know what I'm saying? But I really feel like it's a community support, right? And so I don't want to just be taking over conversations all the time on Creative Crew. That's not what it's there for. But I do access Creative Crew several times a day just to see what's going on. See the pictures, see what y'all are working on, get the updates. In the last couple of years, we've come to actually grow as a pretty tight-knit community. We actually know each other, you know. And so I look at it several times a day, and it's been weird not having that. Diana, we're doing a churn dash quilt block swap for a year. Hazel, I'm home. Hello, Miss Hazel. I am home. Cynthia, yeah. Well, I've been gone for 2 weeks. Although I recorded like 3 videos before we left that I could post while I was gone. And then we're going live on Friday. So yeah. So Miss Kathy, I have your down home Christmas quilt. It's going on the long arm. Can you email me at lisacapeandquilts@gmail.com, please? If you watch this. I know a lot of us use the messenger to do like video chats and stuff, right? Yeah. So, let's see. Things we have coming up. Things we have coming up. Friday, we're doing a mug rug. Ooh, let me read off my list of ideas. And I'm just really chit-chatting, y'all, because I'm kind of at a stalemate right this minute. Lesson learned. I can't believe I didn't write that down. Anyway, upcoming ideas. An orange peeled table runner. A casserole carrier in time for Thanksgiving. That would be awesome. Ooh, I have this awesome idea for a free motion lace Christmas ornament. So if you have a little bit in your budget and you want to play along, something that you might need that you don't have for a future video would be wash away stabilizer, water soluble stabilizer. Maybe your next trip to Joann's, pick up a piece. What else? What else? What else? This book is a mess. Let's see. I know I have a big list somewhere. It might not be in this book. Oh, a tree skirt maybe? A wheelchair bag maybe? I think that's all I have written down in this book. This is like my have an idea, write it down real quick idea book. I think that's all I have in that book. Do you ever use doilies instead of lace? I love doilies. Karen, I love them. But primarily I use them in my journals. Sylvia said, I tried that lace, Lisa. The wash away left it all sticky. I wonder if maybe you didn't rinse it out enough. You know, if you just give it a quick rinse, or if you use cold water versus warm water, it'll still leave some in, and it might be sticky or it might be stiff. But I also don't know what kind you used either. Rhonda said, casserole carrier where you show us how to clip the batting ourselves instead of using pre-cut batting. All right, so you want me to actually cut it during the video. I can do that. I usually pre-cut everything just to save time, but I could do that. Becky likes tree skirts. Karen said tree skirts, yes. Cheryl said a Janome. Okay, y'all pay attention because I don't know prices of machines that much, right? I know how much my machines cost, that's it. Cheryl said, Janome sewing machine with an embroidery hoop attached to the machine is selling for $500. Is that a good price? What size embroidery hoop, Cheryl? Dana said, I vote tree skirt. Hazel Ann from Scotland, hello. Katrina said, cross-stitch project bags or binder style anything project bags would be fun. Yes. I don't make lots of bags, y'all, so I'm going to have to practice on those for a little bit before we do one. I can make simple totes. Ooh, Practically Creative. Sylvia, she gave the number for her wash away stabilizer that she uses, if you want to write that down. The Memory Bear, Lady Stephanie Grams. I'm a rarity. I'm a 13 plus years as a VA and sewing over 32 years. Wow. Always have them sign a non-competition, contract. I know this gets all, that's why I just do everything by myself. I know. Anne, hello. It's so great to see you. Gundy, hello. Ooh. Project bags have clear vinyl fronts. See, I would have to practice with that before I make a video on that. Because I've not worked with clear vinyl sewing it. So I would have to practice. I would have to practice. So at least we have YouTube here, because it's been really good to just connect. Like, if you're out of touch with people, it's really good to have somewhere you can connect. Ooh, you just had major surgery last month. Wow. Okay, so I'll be praying for your recovery. Surgery of any kind is not fun. Recovering from surgery is not fun. So hopefully you're on the mends really quick. Katrina said, I don't make my project bags with vinyl. I'm not brave enough. See, me too. I would just have to play around with it before trying. And Robin says, I love to be able to see. See, yeah, like I have some bags. And I say cosmetic bags, but I don't use a lot of cosmetics, so I have other trinkets in there, right, for when we travel. And they have the clear front. I like to see what's in the pockets, so that is nice. Jean said, I just washed a quilt I made at least 10 years ago from a block of the month pattern and name brand fabric. I used 4 color catchers with Dawn dish soap and there was no bleeding. Ooh, I haven't never used the Dawn dish soap to wash my quilts. But if I was working with fabric that I thought was problematic going into the wash, that's good to know. That's good to know. I do use the color catchers, but I've never used Dawn before. Oh my goodness. 24 inches removed. Yeah, get your colonoscopy. Thank you so much for saying that. I'm always about awareness of stuff. Like if you have a place anywhere you're suspicious about, like a mole that's changing and stuff, I'm always like, please go have it checked. So yeah, get all your testings done. Ann said, is it marine vinyl you need for bag making? Maybe someone else knows the answer to that. I do not know. Robin said, vinyl isn't hard. You can do it. I'm going to try. I'll try anything once or twice, right? Christmas doorknob hanger. I've had so many people ask for doorknob hanger patterns. They must be really popular. I don't have any. Robin's used Dawn to remove the red dye from a quilt before. Yeah, Sylvia said, get your mammograms too. Yes. Oh, see, I'm learning all kind. I'm so glad we came live today. I'm learning all kinds of uses for the Dawn dish soap. Yeah, it's been really awesome to hang out with y'all. And I know usually when I come live, we're learning something or doing something. Today we're not. We're just chit-chatting and passing some time. Chit-chatting and passing some time. And Facebook is still down. I need to write this down on things to do this week. Give me a second so I don't forget. Things to do this week. Create an email list. Here's the thing, y'all. Okay, so I run my business mostly on the internet, right? I mean, I do some local stuff, but a lot of my business comes from the internet. And so, when I'm on YouTube, I watch YouTube videos, tutorials, ideas for running your business online, right? And all of them say, have your own website, don't rely on just one place, right? So, yeah. And then, what was I saying? Create an email list. They all say that. And here I am with no email list. And now I can't get in touch with anybody on Facebook. Anybody else in the same predicament who's been putting something off? Teresa said Facebook works on her cell phone. Yeah, I have not been able to do it on mine, which is a stinker. It comes up, but it's all blank. Like my profile picture isn't even there. It's just a circle. I'm so glad, Hazel. Yay. Yeah, it said newsfeed isn't available right now. This may be because of a technical error that we're working to get fixed. Try reloading this page. Let me push that button. Nothing. Nothing. Sorry, y'all. I'm just reading a lot of comments. I get real quiet. Yeah. Yep. Oh, one more thing we have coming up. This won't be in a live, but look at this. So I have a stack that are all trimmed. Quarter triangle units. Ooh, I have some that are already trimmed. And then I have a stack that I need to square up and trim. This is going to be for a table runner. This will be a pre-recorded video I'm making sometime this week. And, oh, it's going to be gorgeous. You might have saw a picture of it on my business Facebook page before today. But I have all that sewing done. I did some sewing while we were camping. Hello, Sheila. So we'll be making that table runner too. Keep an eye out for that. Old enough to know says sewing is so relaxing. Yes, most of the time it is. Most of the time. Maureen, hello. Hello, Maureen. I jumped on YouTube this afternoon because Creative Crew is down, or all of Facebook is down. Sheila, it was a good trip. We focused a lot on family up in Vermont. We did not even go to a quilt shop this time, which is crazy because I don't usually go to Vermont and not go to a quilt shop, but we really hunkered down and just stayed at his family's house. And then we did stop in Hershey, Pennsylvania on our way home. So that was nice. And yes, I made I have a pattern for the table runner. It's not out yet though. Yeah, no quilt shops this trip. So I saved some money. That's not a bad thing though. Because, you know, I did order some fabric from Sherry. And that was here waiting for me when I got home. And I've been folding my fabric stash on the wall. And I'm like, I could just save the money. And just use the fabric that I'm rediscovering for with new eyes. As I'm folding everything up and organizing that. So it's probably good that I didn't spend any money this trip anyway. Sheila's tempting me to go to the quilt shop here. I might need to, so I might take you up on that, Sheila. But for right now, I'm not spending any money. Yes, I have watched, so yeah. Oh, it is hard not to buy. Oh, Debbie said, I made a comment on sewing with vinyl about 10 minutes ago. Vinyl is easy, as is cork. Practice first to get your confidence up, and it's like butter. I'm going to try, Debbie. I'm glad you posted again, because I miss a lot of comments. Sometimes they go too fast. I guess. All right, Sheila. I guess I'll need to go get some clear vinyl. Use a walking foot for vinyl. It doesn't leave marks on the vinyl. Oh, there's Sally. She said if you have a Teflon foot, it works great for vinyl. That's good to know. Oh, yeah. Debbie, you only get so many I think it's like 200 little letters, and then it'll break up what you're saying. So, yeah. I guess I could go get an early start on dinner. I could do that. And I still have to load the quilt on my frame. I still have that to do. Sheila said it looks like a trip to Joann's is in order. I do have a gift card from where I took something back. And I got a store credit. So that was kind of nice. Wanda, you're having chicken tonight. So am I. I got chicken tenders. Tenderloins. And I'm going to cook them on the George Foreman. And then make a homemade Alfredo sauce. And some Texas toast. And some pasta. Yeah, the Juki has a Teflon foot that works perfectly on vinyl. Yes, I've just never used it. I've never used it. Daria's making Philly steak. Ooh. And salad. That sounds really good. Sylvia's having shepherd pie. That's one of my favorites to make. Texas toast. So it's really thick cut toast, garlic butter on it, and you toast it. Maureen said, what time is dinner? We usually eat around 6. I still have 2 hours. I'm going to have to try the Teflon foot. Yep, Facebook is down. I don't think you realize how much you use something until it's gone. Sirloin tips with mushrooms and onions and gravy. Now I'm so hungry all of a sudden. Ooh, Mary's having sweet and sour chicken with rice in her Instant Pot. I've thought about getting one of those, y'all. I've been on the fence. Cheryl's having taco night. I know, I'm getting, all of a sudden I'm so hungry. Trinita's having ribs. Inga said, tried to reach my mom on her portal, no Facebook, no idea for dinner. Well, maybe you'll get some ideas for what to have for dinner in the comment section. Ann said there's a storm brewing here, going out for pizza. You're not far from me, Ann. You're not that far from me. Well, I guess it's clouds do look a little crazy, or not crazy. They look a little ominous. I didn't know we were supposed to have storms, though. Sally said, get an Instapot. They are great. I've thought about it. I'm going to tell you what, I've been using the heck out of my George Foreman grill for everything. Everything. An Instapot is like a crock pot, or it's like a pressure cooker. Crock pot. It looks like a crock pot, but it's a pressure cooker. Ah, we're getting the storms that Sally had 2 days ago. See, I've been out of touch with the weather and all of that. Does the Instapot get hot while it's cooking? Like, does it put off heat? Yeah, I use my George Foreman. I have one in the camper. It's a smaller one in the camper. And then we have one that's a little bit bigger here at the house. And the one here at the house, the plates come off and it has a waffle plate. And I do all kinds of stuff on it. The outside does not get hot. Chance of rain a good bit of the week here, which from what I understand, it has not rained very much at all in the last 2 weeks, right? That's what our neighbor said. Because Harlan planted all this grass seed before we left. And then I think the neighbor said it only rained one time. That's good to know that it doesn't heat up on the outside, like put off a lot of heat. Ben, that's awesome. Yay. I took quilting as an elective in 6th and 7th grade. Just got back into making some bedding and other fleece accessories. That is so awesome. Yay. Me too. I took home ec 5th and 6th and 7th and 8th grades, and then again 11th and 12th grades, and yeah, we sewed in all those classes. All right, y'all. I will say just keep checking back. Maybe we'll have a big party over on Creative Crew when the Facebook comes back. And I'm going to start thinking about putting together an email list. It's one of those things that I've been putting off for quite some time, but now it really stinks because, I don't have phone numbers for a lot of y'all. And the way that I get in touch is through Facebook. So that stinks. I am in Williamsburg, Virginia. Wanda said, did you know schools do not offer sewing classes anymore? All the schools? I did not know that. Phone numbers would be good to have too. Yeah, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. I just really wanted to connect with everybody. And And I haven't been live in 2 weeks. So it was nice just to sit and chit chat with y'all. And, you know, maybe to take off some of the pressure, maybe some of our lives will just be this, you know. The truth is, when we go live and we're doing a project, I miss most of the conversation anyway. And I always have to watch, you know, go through and read everything later that night. So this is kind of nice that I've been able to keep up with the conversation. So maybe some of our lives will just, you know, go live and talk. I know some people are going to really hate that idea. You're talking too much. Get to the point. Google has an address book option too. Ben said, I grew up in Virginia Beach. Really? Went to Colonial Williamsburg for a school trip. Yep, I'm right next to Busch Gardens, if that gives you any idea of where I am. Sally said, not having Facebook is not a bad thing. Well, I'll tell you, if I hadn't come on live on YouTube, I probably would have gotten a lot done. I would have been able to focus. But I'll tell you, what I love about Facebook is the connections. Do you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of cool things that do come out of Facebook. I think there's a lot of negative things that come out of Facebook. Finding that balance is really important. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just like everything else. Just like, I'll tell you what I have a problem with right now. Not having a balance with is TikTok. I have to force myself not to open that app unless it's at night when I've just, you know, I'm not doing anything else. And Harlan might watch a show that he likes and I'll watch TikTok. I just find it so hilarious. But yeah, finding a balance in Facebook is really important. But I love the connections and I love to see the pictures. And I love that, especially like on Creative Crew, everybody seems to be very helpful. And it seems to be a source for people if they have a question about a project. It seems to be one of the first places they go for help. So, yeah, for those reasons, I really love Facebook. Wanda, give me some time because I don't want to flood my business email with a bunch of emails giving me emails. I've got to think about how to organize it better than that. Okay, so don't email my email address with your email addresses. Sheila says, I mainly use Facebook for my groups, and that's me. That's me. I post very rarely on my personal page. Every once in a while, I'll post something because I do think it's fun to have those memories pop up every once in a while. But I don't really post a lot in my personal Facebook page. But I do love me some Creative Crew. And actually, I'm on several groups, right? I have a knolting longarm, so I belong to a couple knolting groups that are really helpful. And people share, you know, issues they have. And I'm like, hey, my machine was doing that too. How do I fix that? Like, I have learned so much from some of these groups. Embroidery groups, those posts have been super helpful. So yeah, I love my groups. Hello, Melinda. Becky said, start an email just for your, see, I have a business email and personal email, and I don't cross those two. But I think to organize an email list, I would probably, I don't want to flood my inbox. Do you know what I'm saying? So I have to organize that some way. Yeah. So it's been really great to hang out with everybody. Yep, Kathy, I'm back, but I'm getting ready to go. Yep, I love me some Facebook groups. So in the meantime, yeah, maybe we'll just hang out here, right? We could always open a Zoom, but getting y'all an address to join in, that's the question. All right, y'all. I hope lots of yummy dinner ideas. If you don't know what you're having for dinner, read through the chat. Lots of suggestions there. And if I didn't already know what I was having, I think a Philly cheesesteak sounds delicious. It's making me rethink my dinner idea for this evening. But yeah, I know we're going live on Friday. I might see you before then. You never know, right? You never know. Have a fantastic evening. Stay in touch. And yeah, I'll see y'all all for sure on Friday. Bye, everybody.